Alma. Thank you so much for joining me on your beginner-friendly yoga practice today. So our theme for today's class is going to be trust yourself. Know that you already have the wisdom within you to guide you through today's practice. So please listen to your body, and if ever you need a time to rest or to take a break, please take a break and push pause, come back and join us when you are ready. So as we begin, we are going to just remember our theme, trust myself, and also give yourself more credit than what you typically do, because you can do a lot more than what you may give yourself credit for. So let's practice. We're gonna start standing and allow your feet to be apart about sit bone distance. Roll the shoulder blades behind your heart and maybe shift from side to side and notice the weight on each foot, and then find balance on both feet. Draw the navel in and think about the floating ribs, pulling them in gently towards your spine. Now, as you close your eyes or gaze down, see if you can begin to breathe deep. Breathing in and out through the nose. And just establish your breath first before we even begin moving. When you're ready, you're gonna inhale the arms up towards the sky, palms face out. Exhale, bend the elbows in cactus formation and squeeze the shoulders behind you. So I'm gonna turn this way so you can see. Inhale the arms up, palms face out. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus formation, and squeeze the shoulders behind you. One more just like that. Inhale the arms up, exhale, squeeze the shoulders. Now we're gonna add to that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows and squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, twisting from the ribs, gazing past the right thumb. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, facing center. Exhale, second side, left arm back, right arm forward, twisting from the ribs, maybe gazing past the left thumb. On your next inhale, reach the arms up high. And as you exhale, bend those knees and fold over those thighs, just figuring out where you are with your hamstrings and the low back. Release the head down. Slide your hands on your shin bones. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Roll the shoulder blades on the back. Think about pressing your sit bones back and sending your chest forward, and your gaze is straight down. Exhale, fold in half. Push down through your feet. Inhale, root to rise. Engage the core. Reach those arms up high. Exhale, cactus formation arms and squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, maybe gazing past the right thumb. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, twisting from the ribs. Inhale, come back to center. Soften your knees to give your hamstrings a little bit of love as you fold in half. Releasing the head down. Slide your hands on your shin bones and press away with your hands against your shin bones as you lift the heart halfway. Remember the shoulder blades need to slide behind your heart, and think about pressing your booty back and your chest forward, navel in. Exhale, fold in half. Push down through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way. Last one. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, reach those arms up high. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, find your twist. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, find your twist, standing twist. Inhale, reach those arms up high. Exhale, fold in half, and maybe you don't need to bend your knees a lot this time. Hands on your shin bones, push away with your hands as you lift your chest halfway. Remember to breathe and feel those hamstrings. Exhale, fold in half. Push down through your feet. Inhale, root to rise all the way. And as you exhale, bring your palms together and slide your thumb down to touch your sternum, to touch your heart. Remembering to trust yourself, trust your intuition. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Release your hands down. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Hands on your shin bones. Inhale, lengthen flat back. We're going to take this pose to a low lunge pose. Fold in half. Place your hands on the earth and step the right leg all the way back, okay? You want to get long, and as you bend the front knee, you want a nice right angle on the front leg. Please lower the right knee behind you, and if you need to use a blanket to cushion that knee, please do so. Push down through your feet, pull the navel in, hands on the top thigh, and you lift the chest. Sink the hips, exhale, get deep in that right hip flexor. Inhale, back off the pose. Exhale, sink. Inhale, back off the pose. Exhale, sink. Inhale, back off the pose. Exhale, sink, and then reach the right arm up towards the sky. From here, you're going to laterally bend to the left to your own ability, to your own degree. Breathe here and breathe into that entire right side of the body. Breathe into that right lung and feel the space that you are creating. Then when you are ready, gaze down, and then the right hand comes down onto your yoga mat and step the right hand off the mat. Begin to twist to the left hand is still on the left thigh, and you lean back, head back, breathing here. And maybe sink the hips a little bit. And again, take each pose to your own degree and trust yourself. And if it feels like it's too much, back off. Your body is trying to tell you what to do. Listen to it. Then when you're ready, gaze down, place your hands, and slide that left foot back into table. We're going to do a cat-cow here. So we're going to inhale, lift the sit bones, drop the belly, chest up. Exhale, push the earth down and away. Round the upper back, tuck the chin. Inhale, arch the low back, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral spine, and from here keep the toes curled under and see about lifting the knees and then pressing your thighs back, lifting the hips up. Think about rolling the inner thighs back and wide. Think about pushing down through your hands and allow those arm bones to elongate. And then maybe gaze in between your feet. Allow your feet to be about sit bone distance apart. And you're gazing kind of like in between those heels, and think about pressing your chest towards your thighs. And this might be a little too much for you, and if it is, please allow yourself to find child's pose or table at any time. So this is table pose, and child's pose is you untuck the toes, knees are wider than your hips, and you sit back. How about we all find child's pose right now? Reaching your arms back forward, sitting back towards your heels and resting your forehead on the yoga mat. So this might not look like your child's pose, and that's okay. You might be here, and that's okay. As long as you have something to rest your head on, I think that's really nice, to just allow the weight of the head to just rest wherever. But eventually you want to send the sit bones back towards your heels as best as you can. Then when you are ready, come back to your table. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and maybe a little wider than your shoulders as well. Index fingers pointing forward and your fingers are wide apart. Push down through your palms, curl toes under, lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Then when you are ready, you're going to begin to find your way towards the top end of your yoga mat. So walk your way forward into a standing forward fold. So once you find your standing forward fold, look at your feet, make sure that they are parallel, and you release the head down towards the floor. Slide your hands on your shin bones. Inhale, lift the chest forward into a flat back. As you exhale, you allow your chest to fold again. Push down through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way, reach those arms up high. Exhale, hands together to your heart. Inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen your spine halfway, so hands on the shin bones. Push and press your chest forward. Roll the shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, fold in half. Bend your knees, place your hands. Left leg back this time. Get long. Remember, you want a nice right angle on the front leg. Lower the left knee, hands on the top thigh, and you lift the chest. So you want to make sure that you're not wobbly here, and if that's the case for you, heel toe the front foot over to the right. So you want a broad stance here, okay? Once you're here, we're going to exhale, sink the hips, getting into that left hip flexor now. Inhale, back off. Exhale, sink. Inhale, back off. Exhale, sink. Inhale, back off. Exhale, sink. Keep the right hand where it's at. Lift the left arm up. Reach through the ring finger and begin to laterally bend to the right. Now breathe into that entire left side of your body, into that left lung. Feel the space that you're creating in your waist, in between those intercostal muscles, and keep breathing. Then when you are ready, gaze down. Left hand reaches the mat, okay? Once you're here, plant the entire palm down and step your hand off your yoga mat. Keep the right hand where it's at and begin to twist the torso to the right. Maybe lean back. Think about pressing the shoulder blades behind the heart. There's no roundedness of the spine here, but we are spinning the left ribs underneath you. Press the right shoulder back. Maybe look up if that's comfortable to you. If not, you can always look down. So we breathe in this twist. It's a hip opener, a hip flexor, stretcher, and just enjoy it all. Enjoy it all. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And when you're ready, gaze down, place your hands back down, and slide the right knee back behind you, finding your table pose. Once again, cat-cows. So place your hands underneath your shoulders and a little bit wider. And make sure that you're not really close here, okay? You see how close my knee to my hands are? You want to step them a little bit in front of your shoulders here. When you're ready, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, shoulders back, look up. And as you exhale, tuck the tail, round the upper back into an angry cat back. Inhale, arch the low back, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral spine with the toes curled under. You're going to begin to shift back and lift the knees and straighten the legs, lifting the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Remember to push down strongly through those hands. Press down through those feet. See about reaching the heels down towards the floor. And if they don't touch the floor, don't worry about it. So we breathe here. Press your chest towards your thighs. And then when you're ready, lower down to your knees. And we're finding that child's pose. So step your knees as a little wider than your hips. Your toes untucked, bringing them towards one another. And you sit back to your own degree, reaching your arms forward and melting the heart down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Then when you're ready, taking your time, you're gonna press back up into your table and you're gonna curl the toes under. We're gonna find downward facing dog one more time. So lift the knees, straighten the legs, press the thighs up and back. And then very slowly gaze forward and make your way to the top end of the yoga mat into a standing forward fold. So whichever way you're able to make it there, just get there. Once you're there, look at your feet, make sure that they are parallel, make sure that you are standing nice and strong with those legs, but you're folding over those thighs to your own degree. Slide your hands on your shin bones and push your hands towards your shin bones. Shin bones press against your hands as you roll the shoulders back. You press your chest forward halfway and you elongate the spine. Exhale, fold in half. Push down through your feet, maybe even bend your knees a little bit. Use the power of your legs to stand all the way up. Reach those arms up high. And as you exhale, bring your hands together to your heart center. Then when you are ready, please step wide. So I'm going to step wide, left foot back, stepping wide. And how wide is wide enough? So rule of thumb, you extend those arms and let your feet be underneath your hands. Easy peasy. Once you're here, hands on the hips. And I want you to stick your butt back a lot. So you're arching the low back, okay? Then I want you to tuck the tailbone a lot. Now your hips are moving forward and you're flattening the butt, right? So we want to find that midpoint. So you don't want to arch it too much or tuck it too much. You want that natural arch of the spine here. Pull the navel in and draw the ribs in. So we're going to be doing a couple of warrior poses. So first, let's start with the right leg. So we're going to pivot the right foot to the right, okay? So the toes are now pointing straight forward. Now, if you look, the right heel and the left instep should be in line or in line with your heels. So whatever's appropriate to you. Lift the kneecaps, engage the belly, and draw the ribs in. Now you're gonna gaze, hands on the hips, you're gonna gaze past the right shoulder. And again, be mindful of those hips, okay? You wanna keep the hips square. Once you're here, you're gonna just bend the front knee to your own degree into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. So we're gonna do this movement a couple times and then we're gonna hold. Exhale, rebend the knee, shoulders on the back, your spine is tall. Inhale, straighten the front leg. One more time, exhale, rebend that knee. Now I want you to look down and make sure that the knee is not sickling in. You want to make sure that the knee is off to the right so that when you bend that knee, it's right over that ankle. You should be able to see your big toe from here. Now once you're here, reach the right arm forward to the right, left arm to the left. This is your warrior two. Draw the ribs in and breathe. Draw the navel in and breathe. Push down through your feet and breathe. Get deeper still and breathe and feel that fire. You're getting stronger and we're also working on stretching those hips. So one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Hands on the hips. Straighten the front leg. Now let's go on to the second side. So pivot that right foot back to center. Left foot pivots to the left. Once you're here, another thing that you need to worry, or not worry, but just be mindful of, is a lot of times the hips will just kind of like cock, yeah? So I want you to lift the left hip up, okay? So you want to lift this left side of the hip up so it can be in alignment. So this is why your hands are on your hips, to kind of see where they naturally go, and then you bring them back to center. Now you remember, you don't want to arch the low back too much and you don't want to tuck too much. You want a nice neutral hip here. Once you're here, shoulders on the back, you're gonna gaze past the left shoulder, excuse me, and you're gonna bend the front knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the front knee. So as you see with me, inhale, straighten. And as you exhale, look at my knee. My knee doesn't go way past my toes. It's in alignment with the ankle. Good. Now, once you bend the knee again, you pause here. Again, navel in, draw the floating ribs in, shoulder blades on the back body, standing up nice and tall. You're going to gaze down and make sure that the left knee is not sickling inward. Press the left knee to the left until you're able to bend the knee and see your big toe. Once you're ready, please reach the left arm to the left, right arm to the right. And you're going to gaze past the fingertips here, your left fingertips. And we're going to breathe. Inhale, pushing down through your feet. Exhale, maybe sinking a little deeper. Maybe. Come on. Good. Inhaling and exhaling, pushing down through those feet, lengthening the spine, navel in, and really reaching through those hands. Those hands are also strong. You want to engage those arm muscles here. Then when you're ready, hands on the hips, and begin to straighten the front leg and pivot the left toes. Good. Now, let's go ahead and pivot the right toes once again. Now, this next warrior pose is called reverse warrior, which I really love. So we're going to open those arms this time. Now, instead of having your hands on your hips, and you can keep your hands on your hips if that's what you want, but I want you to not be dependent on that. I want you to learn how to feel where your hips need to be, okay? So once you're here, ribs in, navel in, strong legs. Exhale, bend the front knee back into your warrior two. Then you're gonna flip the right hand and you're gonna trickle down, reach the left hand down the left thigh, the left leg. Trickle the fingers down as you reach the right arm up and over. Breathing here, maybe looking up towards the right hand, breathing the mindful breath. Now, if you need to back off on that bent front knee, by all means, but eventually you want to keep a nice deep bend on that front knee and you breathe through the discomfort. The whole trick here is to find comfort in the discomfort, right? Good, and as you exhale back into your warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back, and we smile. Good, then hands on the hips, straighten the front leg, coming back to center. Look at your feet, make sure that they are still parallel even though they're wide. Now second side, pivot the left toes, making sure to align the heel with instep or heel with heel. Then once you're ready, remember, sometimes this happens with the hip. We want to bring them back to neutral. Gaze to the left, open those arms, warrior two, bend that front knee. You know what to do, you've been here before. Flip the top palm and reverse the warrior. So the right hand trickles down the back leg, the left arm reaches up, and you're going to side bend here. Breathing into that left side body and trusting yourself, right? So push down through those feet. Trust yourself that you are strong enough to be able to hold this pose. And we're breathing because, oh, this feels so good. Then when you're ready, warrior two, coming back into that standing warrior pose. Hands on the hips, straighten the front leg, pivot. And now we're going to pivot back to the front and we're gonna step it up into your mountain pose. So we're gonna pause here, close your eyes, maybe shake those legs, and we breathe. Now from here, we're going to go into a balancing act. So this is your tree pose. So you're gonna stand with your feet sit bone distance. So first you want to make sure that you are balanced, even here in standing in mountain pose. So lift the toes, spread the toes wide, and then individually place each toe down. That can keep you busy pretty much all day. Push down through the mound of the big toe, the little toe, inside and outside edges of your heels. Lift the kneecaps and squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Now when you're ready, Remember also, before we go any further, to draw the navel in and draw the floating ribs in and the shoulder blades on the back body. I know it's a lot, but the more you practice, the easier it'll get, I promise. You're gonna lean to the left, and you're gonna get heavy on that side. And you're gonna pick up that right foot and you're gonna kickstand it, just like this. So the heel of the right foot is over the left inner ankle and the toes are on the floor. The knee is open to the right. Draw the ribs in, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another, and hands to prayer. And this can be your tree pose. If you're already kind of like wobbly, stay here and master this, right? Remember to trust yourself. If you need to go further, slide the right foot on the inner calf. Once you're there, press the foot gently against the calf, calf against the foot. You stand up tall, engage the belly. All of the things that we just did for mountain pose, that's what you do here. Relax the shoulders, hands to prayer, and you're gazing at a still point, whether it's on the floor in front of you or above you, but see if you can just maintain your focus and your gaze calm and keep breathing. If you need more, you're simply going to grab the foot and lift it up onto the inner, you might fall like me, the inner left thigh. Press the foot against the thigh, thigh against the foot, stand up tall. Remember, we don't want any roundedness in the spine. So yoga helps us with our posture as well. So it gives us this sense of, you know what, yeah, I can do this. And it helps you trust yourself even more. So just trust yourself here. And if you fall out of the pose, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we all do it, right? We all fall every now and then in life. So just pick yourself back up and get back to the tree pose. So we're gonna breathe here. Breathe out. And when you are ready, you're going to release that right foot down and just shake this left foot, because that might be a little bit tired, or you might feel a little heat sensation going on there. Second side, so step your feet, sit bone distance once again, root yourself, squeeze in, engage the core, all of the things, right? You're gonna lean to the right, good. And now kickstand, this is tree number 1, hands together in prayer. Tree number 2, you choose where to go. Tree number 3. Also, in yoga, it's always good to challenge yourself. Try it and see where you can go. See where you are today, and if this is too much for you today, just come back again tomorrow and practice again until you're able to just hold your tree steady and easy, and you'll be able to breathe with ease here. And that right foot is maybe doing all kinds of things, and let it do its thing, because it's helping you balance. We're working all those little balancing muscles on that foot and on the ankle, getting your feet nice and strong. Then when you are ready, exhale, release this left foot down and shake that right leg. Coming back to the top end of your yoga mat, standing with your feet firm on the earth. Take a deep breath in and reach the arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you fold forward. Releasing the head down, giving your legs a nice stretch after the balancing act that you just did. Then when you're ready, bend your knees and step it back to table. And slide your knees back a little bit more. Shift forward and lower your chest in between your hands. Once you're there, place your hands next to your ribs, okay? Elbows point up and the shoulders roll up and back. Lengthen your legs behind you and glue your toenails down towards the mat. When you're ready, energetically drag your hands back as you lift the chest and press your chest forward. Now, a lot of times the shoulders rise up. I need those shoulders away from the ears and really feel this back bend. This is Cobra Pose. We're going to do 3 more of these. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, lower. And your Cobra might not look like mine. You might be here, and that's okay. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Remember to take your pose to your own degree. Exhale. Good. Now from here, push up into your table, and let's give our low back that stretch. So back into your child's pose and reach your arms forward. And then when you're ready, come up into table, walk your knees in, and find your way on your bottom. Have a seat. Once you're here, let's step the legs wide. And how wide? Really, whatever's comfortable to you. So I want you to make sure that you're feeling stable here. You feel your sit bones root you. And everyone, fingertips behind you, and lift the chest, okay? So now we're gonna be targeting the inner thighs, inner groin area, along with your hamstrings. Some of you might be feeling that as well. So sit up nice and tall, and if you're already feeling this, no need to go any further. If you would like more, walk your hands forward and begin to fold to your own degree. Trusting yourself, not comparing yourself to others, especially me. Please don't compare yourself to me. I am here to guide you and to love you and to encourage you to trust yourself, but never compare yourself to anyone. Your body is uniquely yours, so just listen to the wisdom of your body and trust yourself. You just fold to your own degree, getting deep into those leg muscles that we just worked in your warrior poses. So breathe in, breathe out. And then slowly place your hands, come on up. Hands behind your knees, help bend each knee. Now, let's find our way on our backs. Hug your knees in towards your chest when you're there, and maybe rock from side to side. Then place your feet on the floor and lift the hips slightly and shimmy the hips to the right side of your yoga mat and then lower them back down. Lift your knees again. Open those arms in T formation or cactus formation and lower your knees to the left. And maybe gaze to the right if that's comfortable to you. I like to place my left hand on the outer right thigh. This kind of helps give me a little bit of a self-assist. It feels really good on that low back, on that spine of mine. So we're gonna end our class with these twists and then with the final Shavasana pose. I hope that the practice served you. I hope that it is encouraging you to continue your yoga journey. Be mindful of the in-breath and your out-breath. Be mindful on how your body is feeling in this moment. Maybe closing your eyes and using this time to say a prayer of gratitude. Maybe even a prayer of gratitude towards yourself for carving out this time to move the body in a way to just create space, to stretch, to get rid of any stagnant energy. Inhale, come back to center. Let's place our hips back to the center of the mat. Keep your knees bent. Push down through your feet. Lift the hips slightly, and let's shimmy the hips to the left side of the mat. Knees together. Hug the knees in towards your chest, and let's lower the knees to the right. Maybe gaze to the left. Maybe resting the right hand on the outer left thigh to give yourself a little self-assist. Pause here and we enjoy the breath. Practicing a little bit of loving kindness towards ourselves. Giving yourself a little break from the craziness, from the busyness of life. enjoying each breath for what it is, enjoying the simplicity of this twist for what it is. And when you're ready, please come back to center. Shimmy your hips back to the center of your yoga mat and hug your knees in one last time. Maybe rocking from side to side. So it all depends on what time you are doing this practice. If you are practicing late in the evening after a long day, please feel free to lower your legs, extend the legs out into Shavasana, reach your arms out. Make sure to make any adjustments that you need in order for you to feel comfortable. And you close your eyes and you allow yourself to just surrender. And if surrendering is hard for you, just allow yourself to relax with every exhalation as best as you can. We're going to relax our breathing. And just listen to the sounds around you. Listen to the sounds inside of you. Without labeling or judging, just witness. Deepen your breath, invite movement back to your body. Draw your knees in, roll to your favorite side, and press up to seated. Thank you so much for practicing. Thank you for trusting me. And thank you for trusting yourself. Thank you for putting yourself out there and doing maybe something new that you've never done before. And just experience what this practice has to offer, and open your heart to the blessings that it has in store for you. Hands together to your heart center. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free. And in a world filled with suffering, may we all learn how to suffer well. Until we meet again, namaste.